all the extra like kids and like this is just like.
He was very talented.
Yeah, extremely talented.
Did you love Prince?
I did like Prince as well.
Is Prince dead too?
Yes, he is. But I love Michael Jackson more. Anyway.
Thriller.
Olivia, please fix your microphone.
I just want to see where your heads were at.
Yeah. Well, you kind of know what's going on with me.
Yeah. Like,
Like-
what do you think is the best move? Do you think it's safe to keep Johnny, or?
I think, like, I think the good things about keeping Johnny are that he is a number for us.
Yeah.
He is an asset because he is so great at competitions. I think that I believe that he would go after Dayla before he came after any of us. I believe.
And he'd go after Maddie before he'd go after any of his four.
Yeah.
When it came into it.
Yeah.
And then if we were to keep him, if he was to win HOH and do something like that to prove his loyalty, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he can't play the following week, so then that'd be the perfect time for one of us to win and put him up on the block and then send him home. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, so for those reasons, I'm all for it. I think the reasons I'm scared to keep him are the same reasons I want to keep him.
Yeah, same as me.
You know what I mean?
Ryan, I just don't feel safe with him in the games.
I do feel like if Ryan stays this week, he'll take the back burner to a lot of... Like, I feel like people are going, with Johnny out, they'll shift their targets to, like, the duos and
Do you think...
you, because you're, like, a strong guy.
Yeah.
Right? So,
And Ryan, let's say, if he stays in and he wins, people might not think it, but if there's a triple, say he won, he'd put up either 2V or Dayla.
yeah,
And then
I
he'd
feel like
put-
he would go after Dayla, too, first.
Yeah, but don't you think that if Dayla secured his safety for the week, if he knows he's safe, if he thinks he's safe, don't you think they must have made some kind of like...
Yeah, that could be. That could totally be.
Because they're not going to keep someone in the game like that after putting them on the block 2 weeks in a row without that security, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
And-
definitely think keeping Johnny in the game, with Johnny in the game, there will always be a bigger target than us.
Yeah. And Ryan, if he don't win again next week, he's going to get pushed to the week after, and then he's going to get his comp again where he's going to win.
Exactly.
And it will, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only thing I'm worried about right now is I think that this is all the votes we have for keeping Johnny.
No, Paris is starting to come around now.
Really?
Is she?
Yeah.
Or is she just saying that?
No, me and Paris are tight, like 2 of you are tight kind of thing. like
Yeah.
that. But she is starting to roll around now.
Yeah.
I just gotta like try to work on her a bit more.
Yeah.
But I think because I was like, if we keep Ryan in the game, I was like, Ryan's probably going to come after me because Ryan voted me out last week because he thought the 2 of you were voting, and he knows if I go and he go up on the block, if he goes up on the block besides anyone, he might have a chance of staying. But if he goes up against me, he thinks that he's going to go home, right?
Yeah. No, that's true. I know, like, for me, like, yeah, I just, is that initial, my initial thing is just like, I hope Johnny's being sincere in everything he's saying.
I know.
And it's not just like a desperation, like, I'll say anything to stay, and then...
Yeah, I know. I'm after
Even-
saying it to him
even
like
if-
1,000 times.
But even if that was the case, where else does he have to go? It's not like there's so many people in this house that he can align with as somebody else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, he's obviously not going to go with Dayla.
Right. And then, like,
I wouldn't think, well, no, he wouldn't because Caleb would be voting for him to stay, you know what I mean?
as long as we're kind of clear on the fact that, like, the next opportunity available.
To get Johnny gone.
Yeah, because if he goes to, like, even if he goes to top 5, like, that's pretty scary to me.
Yeah, but the way I was looking at it, if you do, and he wins a HOH, and he puts up Maddie or whatever like that, and then proves loyalty kind of thing, send her home, and then he can play in the following HOH, then put him up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, as long as we all unify in that, because...
Yeah, and that's what me and Paris friends, we said we don't want to kind of, we're not keeping him like that, and we said when the time comes, we got to jump on him right away. Right?
Yeah.
I still don't feel like I have my mind made up 100%, but like,
No, me neither. But we need to be honest about what our final decision is so none of us get screwed.
Exact 100%.
Yeah, we have to vote unified.
Yeah. And I think even if we do have the four of us, we'd probably be able to get Maddie on board with it too, because I don't
Because
think
she won't want to be on the wrong
she
side.
won't be a lone ranger, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's not going to vote against Johnny if she knows he's staying.
Yeah. Right? She
You
definitely
know what I
won't.
mean?
Because I don't think she's like, that'd be a stupid game, right? But leave her in the dark for now, kind of thing like that, right? Until.
And then I guess we should probably tell Dayla what we're thinking. Because I don't want to make it like,
Yeah, I'm going to tell him.
When the
But-
time comes, though.
I think
Yeah.
it'd be a Thursday morning kind of thing, like.
Yeah.
yeah, like a spike.
And I don't think they'd have any hard feelings, like. It's not what's. Like, yeah.
They've wanted Ryan gone forever too, so.
And they want Ryan gone forever, and Ryan in the game is a bigger threat to me than Johnny in the game.
Yeah. And at this point in
And
the game,
Ryan's proven he can win.
yeah, and at this point in the game, it's not like flipping the house. It's just
No.
making your own decisions.
yeah.
Yeah, and you got to do what's best for you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, I think they'd be understanding, like, we don't have to vote with them, you know what I mean? Like, but they want Ryan gone, too. Last week he
Yeah,
was the-
exactly. Like, I think they knew that putting Johnny up first like that, there was a really good chance he was going to stay anyways, because there was a really
The
good
veto.
chance he was going to win the veto.
Exactly.
That's why they put Ryan up next to him, because they're like, if he does come down, then we take out our next target,
Yeah.
which is Ryan. So I think like either way they'll be happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if Johnny was to go, like, say, like, alright, Dayla, I'm not going after you, whatever, like that.
Well, it doesn't matter if he says that or not, because if
Well,
he
yeah,
has the
we really
votes,
don't.
like he doesn't, because otherwise he's promising too many people too many things, and
Yeah.
that's the reason he's in this mess in the first place. Do you know
That's
what I
true.
mean? And if he says that to them, then it's like, okay, then who the hell are you putting up?
Yeah. But I guess that's what we'd probably go after, you know what I mean?
Well, that's what I mean. Or, yeah, like I guess what I'm trying to say is like, at least until after the triple, not to come at any of us,
Yeah, right?
which is really probably only another week.
Or it's probably this week.
I don't think it's this week.
I hope it's this Thursday.
I hope it's this Thursday, too.
Okay, all right. So I'll talk to Paris a little bit later today too, just see where she's at.
Yeah, she's coming around a lot more than like last time we chatted.
Okay,
Because she knows, like, if Ryan stays, my game's kind of in jeopardy,
yeah.
right? If he wins, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then without me, who the Paris, like, she's a lone ranger then, too, right?
And she's really close with Ryan.
Yeah,
So I get that it's difficult.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how we feel about Johnny.
Do you think Ryan will put up Dayla?
I think he would, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he'd put you up.
I don't think so. Like, probably eventually, for
I
sure.
think he'd put you up before he put Dayla up.
I don't think so.
What makes you say that?
Just some of the vibes I get off him and stuff like that. And I think, like, just to put two and two together, if he is staying this week, it's like he thinks he's staying. Like, he never even campaigned to me once, barely. And I finally sat down and was like, Ron, we gotta have a talk, kind of thing. And if he's staying and Dayla's keeping him, there have to be some kind of deal made there, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That Ryan's not going to go after them. And Ryan's going to need numbers. He don't feel, him and Maddie are like, hate each other. And me and him are fraternize, like me and him are in the same. Don't only have his Paris.
Yeah.
So he's going to need something going forward in this game. I don't know.
Unless he's
though.
just saying that to
Well,
us,
my
but
main
he-
thing is, as dangerous as it is to keep someone in the game who can like steamroll comps, it's almost even more dangerous to keep someone in the game who no one thinks about to put up or escapes the block or is on the back burner because they
Yeah.
slip right to the end.
And he's after doing it 4 weeks in a row now.
This would be the fourth,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it won't be the last.
No.
Yeah, I hear that, for sure.
Yeah, because he thinks he's staying. Like his attitude and funny like that.
Yeah.
And I said to him earlier, a little chat that I did have with him. He said, if I win, he said, I'm putting Maddie up. Which I didn't even know was true, right? But he said, I'm putting Maddie up and one of the duos. And I said, Dale or whatever like that, and he just looked. He was like you know, the weird look he gives you.
Yeah, I know.
Like never. Is it,
Yeah.
I think he's scared of saying names too.
yeah, because that's what he said going into this week. He's not going to say no one's like nothing to fucking bury my hole.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to feel like I'm going behind. Dale is back, and I would tell him like where my vote was going before.
I just want to make sure though, if we do decide to keep Johnny, that like we agree amongst the four of us
Yeah.
that he's the first
To go.
to go from the four of
100%.
us, because I feel like
Because if he
Johnny's
gets down to a
staying-
final 5 with us, or final 4 even, if whatever happens, he'll win over. You can't say he'll win, but the odds the way they are.
Yeah.
And if he gets in the finale against anyone else, he's going to win.
100%, yeah.
And like if he was to win HOH, then he can play final 1, then put him up, right? And if he don't win, put him up. But he's a fella that we can have on our side, and like I know he done us all dirty kind of thing last week, and I was still really pissed off with it, obviously, probably more than anyone.
Yeah, you probably more than anybody.
Yeah, and just like the trust that I had with him, but he'd no one now, you know what I mean? And throughout the whole game, 3 of us and him kind of thing, like is who he trusted the most, who's left in the house now.
Yeah.
Because that's why Paris is going nowhere, because she knows that he was obviously close with 2V, and she don't know that we were as close with Johnny as what we
Right.
were. Right? So she thinks that like he'll probably have year back more than, especially after saying to me, come down to it, but she's starting to come around now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Even if it, like, say for example, if Paris says she is and then happens to not last minute, which I doubt what will happen, even
Yeah,
if
she wouldn't do that to me.
even if it is a tie though, and Derek decides who to send home, I don't think we're screwed because we just voted how we wanted to vote. As long as we let them know ahead of time, right?
Yeah, exactly. And at this point, we're entitled to our own vote. Like, this is so important now, right?
Yeah. It's very critical. So we're not going to tell him till Thursday?
Whatever we decide, or like even tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Or tomorrow night, yeah.
I think tomorrow night
Because the
better.
only thing I'd be afraid of telling them, like, if we do decide on it, and then tell them the night before, and then if they get into, because if Kayla goes, you know what I mean, between 3 of us, like, she's like, Ari, if you go against me, then if I win, I'm putting you on the block. Or it says to any of us, you know what I mean?
Right.
But we gotta be fearless at this point in the game. Fucking,
Yeah, we do. We do.
and to be huge, we'd have 5 left of us out of the 6, you know what I mean? Which is pretty fucking crazy.
It's not bad heading into a potential triple.
Then we could even probably get rid of fucking Johnny or Maddie first, whichever one of them.
Yeah,
And then fucking 2v, me, you know what I mean? Like, it's possible, you know what I mean?
totally. That wouldn't be the worst thing. I kind of like that.
Yeah, and 4 of us are all Nero will leaves after winning, but
You guys are kind of like a duo too. It's just not as much.
yeah,
You haven't been that throughout the
yeah.
entire.
But we're after getting a lot closer now. I mean,
now that the
Paris,
numbers are dwindling.
the numbers are getting low. You need, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
need,
You need a ride or die type
Yeah.
of person.
because when V came into the picture, we like drifted completely apart until V went home.
Yeah.
Then we started getting closer and closer when the numbers got down. But like, is that where you're leaning towards to keep Johnny? Do you think?
If you guys are,
Yeah,
because we
yeah,
want to
I
stay
think it's the best.
unified.
Yeah,
You know?
and I'll 100% be able to get Paris on board. A positive, I will be able to.
Well, we can talk again tomorrow and see if anything has changed.
She see if her feelings have changed, but for
Yeah.
the most part, I just wouldn't say 100% to Johnny just yet.
No, and
I
I'm
would
not.
just wait to tell everyone until like tomorrow evening.
Yeah,
Give that person, whoever that person is, time to like digest
and another
and
thing,
resign to the fact that
if
we're
we send-
going. Do you know what I mean?
if we send Johnny home like that, especially 3 of us, you know what I mean, and then him and Eric and Jory together, that's 2 votes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with as much time to stew and
2 votes against us,
for sure.
1 against you.
Yeah. And like I don't think like yeah whatever he done or whatever and he got caught in a lie, a big lie, and it was hard to come out of Contine. But I don't like. I still think he's like a genuine felon. That you know. What I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I think it was just a spur of the moment, like
Yeah.
so caught off guard.
Yeah.
100%.
And him and Erica like obviously had bigger plans in their agenda than the three of or four of
Oh,
us. I
for
should say.
sure they did. Which is good that that happened.
Yeah,
Blessing in
I-
disguise.
Yeah, and that's what I said too. I said, man, it's water under the bridge, whatever. Erica's not there now, so like, you're a fella that thinks that I can work with going forward like that. Like,
Yeah.
and we know like he's fucking good at comps every
Yeah.
time, and if he wins, he's 100% not going to put any of us up, right?
Okay.
Okay.
I like it.
I'm going to talk to Paris again more tonight. I think I don't even know what she's doing.
Yeah, I'll talk to her before we go to bed tonight too, just to see where her head's at. 2 more
Yeah,
nights
because I
in
can
the
see
homes.
if we says the case, I don't know if she'd be mad or not. But they want it wrong out too, right?
Yeah, they do. I think it's just a matter of saying I got to do what I think is best for my game right now.
Yeah, because she said she threatened two of you at the time that she put Eric up, didn't she?
Yeah, she did, but we did that.
Yeah, I know.
You know, so we did that, so that should.
Well,
Can't let her
you
threaten us
could've-
the entire game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you could have went against it if you wanted to. You know what I mean?
And
'Cause
that was
just
actually a good call because Derek won HOH. So if we had it, then it would have been like, fuck. You just gotta go with your gut.
yeah, and that's like what we were saying last week. And yeah, my gut's telling me there's definitely the best chance for any of us to move any further.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's going to be a good HOH this week. I'm going hard as I went the whole season this week. I don't give a champagne glass or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. All right. I like it.
I just don't want to be a have-not again.
No, I can't deal.
That's my only request.
Would they have 4 have-nots with